Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Coco Chanel. Now I know what you're thinking. Another Chanel video? Haven't we heard it all? But darling, trust me on this one. We're going beyond the little black dresses and the num 5. Get ready for some lesser-known intriguing facts about the fashion icon. We're talking about the woman behind the brand, the myths, the legends, and maybe even a few scandalous stories. You know, I can't resist a good gossip, especially when it involves such a glamorous figure. So grab your cuppa, sit back, and prepare to be amazed by the intriguing life and times of Coco Chanel. Now, Coco Chanel, or Gabrielle as her mum called her, didn't have the easiest start, love. Born in a world of, shall we say, limited opportunities, raised in an orphanage, young Gabrielle discovered a knack for sewing. Who knew those habits would be responsible for fashion habits of millions? From the orphanage to the sparkling ateliers of Paris. But let's be honest, our Coco was no damsel in distress. She had this fire in her belly, a drive that took her from seamstress to the queen of the fashion world. Now let's talk perfume, darling. Coco practically invented modern perfumery. Who hasn't spritzed on a bit of Chanel No. 5 and felt like £1,000,000? The story behind this iconic scent is as intriguing as the fragrance itself. Picture this, the roaring 20s, jazz in the air, and Coco Chanel at the height of her powers. She wanted a perfume that captured the essence of the modern woman, bold, daring, and just a touch scandalous. Enter Ernest Beau, the perfumer extraordinaire. He presented Coco with samples and she chose the 5th one. Hence, Chanel No. 5, simple as that. Now let's talk fashion, darling, because Coco Chanel wasn't just a designer, she was a revolutionary. She took a pair of scissors to the corseted, restrictive fashions of the early 20th century and said, "Enough! Women deserve comfort and freedom," and thank heavens she did. Can you imagine, darling, being trussed up in those whalebone contraptions? Not very chic, is it? Coco saw the way women longed to move freely, to embrace life on their own terms. She understood that true elegance came not from restrictive clothing, but from comfort and confidence. Taking inspiration from menswear, she introduced trousers for women. Yes, trousers, scandalous at the time, but oh so chic. And the fabrics, darling, she championed jersey, a fabric previously relegated to men's undergarments. She understood that true style was about more than just following trends. It was about expressing oneself, about feeling comfortable in your own skin. Coco Chanel didn't just change the way women dressed, she changed the way they saw themselves. Chapter 4. Now, darling, let's talk about the piece de resistance, the garment that needs no introduction, the one and only, the little black dress. Or as Coco herself called it, the Ford. Because just like the Model T, it was accessible to women of all backgrounds. Before Coco, black was the color of mourning, darling. Can you imagine? But Coco, in her infinite wisdom, saw its potential for chic. She took this somber hue and spun it into something utterly glamorous, something timeless, something every woman simply had to have in her wardrobe. The original design, which debuted in Vogue in 1926, was deceptively simple. A calf-length, short-sleeved dress with a slightly dropped waist. No frills, no fuss, just pure, unadulterated elegance. It was a revelation. Suddenly, black was the choicest color in town. Women everywhere were ditching their brightly colored gowns in favor of sleek, sophisticated black dresses. The LBD, as we affectionately call it now, was incredibly versatile. It could be dressed up or down, depending on the occasion. The genius of the little black dress lies in its simplicity. Chapter 5. Now, darlings, it's time to delve into the more clandestine side of Coco Chanel's life, a side shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Hold on to your hats because this is where things get really juicy. We're talking espionage, secret missions, and wartime alliances. You see, during World War II, Coco Chanel wasn't just designing chic suits and sipping cocktails in Parisian cafes. Oh no, she was allegedly working as a spy for the Nazis. Yes, you heard that right. The Queen of Fashion, a secret agent? Now, isn't that a plot twist worthy of a Hollywood film? The details of her involvement are still debated by historians, but one thing's for sure, Coco moved in influential circles. She was romantically involved with a German officer, Hans Gunther von Dinklage, a suspected Nazi agent. Chapter 6. Now let's talk branding, darling, because when it comes to iconic logos, few are as instantly recognizable as the interlocking C's of Chanel. But have you ever stopped to wonder about the story behind this ubiquitous symbol of luxury and style? The story goes that Coco designed the logo herself, sketching it on a napkin at a Parisian cafe. It's said that the two C's represent her initials, Coco Chanel, but there's a bit more to it than that, darling. Some say the logo was inspired by the stained glass windows of the Aubergine Abbey, the orphanage where Coco spent her formative years. The Abbey's windows feature a similar interlocking design, and it's believed that the image stayed with Coco long after she left the orphanage. But there's another theory, darling, one that's even more intriguing. Some believe that the interlocking C's represent Coco's lifelong love affair with the number 5. Remember Chanel number 5? Well, some believe that the two C's, when intertwined, form the Roman numeral for 5. Whatever the true origin, the Chanel logo has become synonymous with luxury, style, and timeless elegance. Chapter 7. Love and Luxury. The Romances of Coco Chanel. Now, darling, let's dish about Coco Chanel's love life, because, oh honey, was it ever a whirlwind? We're talking passionate affairs, tragic losses, and a string of admirers that reads like a who's who of the 20th century's most glamorous figures. Remember Etienne Balsan, the wealthy chap who introduced Coco to the finer things in life? Their affair was short-lived, but it gave Coco a taste of the high life, a taste she quickly acquired. Then there was Boy Capel, the love of her life. He was dashing, he was wealthy, and he believed in Coco's talent from the very beginning. Their love affair was passionate and tumultuous, filled with grand gestures and heartbreaking betrayals. Tragically, Boy died in a car accident in 1919, leaving Coco utterly devastated. It's said that she never fully recovered from his death and that his memory haunted her for the rest of her life. But Coco, being Coco, didn't let heartbreak stop her from living life to the fullest. Now let's talk power dressing, darling, because no one did it quite like Coco Chanel. And when it comes to iconic power suits, the Chanel suit reigns supreme. It's a garment that has adorned some of the most powerful women in the world, from Jackie Kennedy to Anna Wintour. But what is it about the Chanel suit that makes it so enduringly chic? Well, darling, it's all in the details. Coco designed the suit with comfort and practicality in mind. She wanted women to be able to move freely, to work, to live their lives without being restricted by their clothing. The jacket was tailored to perfection, with a boxy, slightly masculine silhouette that flattered any figure. The skirt was cut just below the knee, allowing for ease of movement. And the fabric, darling, was always luxurious. Tweed, wool crepe or boucle, often woven with silk or gold thread for added opulence. The Chanel suit became a symbol of power and sophistication for women all over the world. Now, darlings, let's be honest, the fashion world isn't exactly known for its warm and fuzzy feelings, is it? It's a jungle out there full of big egos, sharp tongues, and fierce rivalries. And Coco Chanel, with her sharp wit and even sharper tongue, was right at the center of it all. One of her most famous feuds was with Elsa Schiaparelli, the Italian designer known for her surrealist and avant-garde designs. Schiaparelli was everything Coco wasn't: bold, colorful, and unafraid to push boundaries. Coco, on the other hand, favored a more classic, understated elegance. Their rivalry was legendary, with each designer taking thinly veiled swipes at the other through their designs and public pronouncements. Then there was Coco's rivalry with Cristobal Balenciaga, the Spanish couturier known for his architectural designs and meticulous craftsmanship. Now, darlings, as we reach the end of our journey through the extraordinary life of Coco Chanel, one thing is clear. Her influence on fashion is as strong today as it ever was. Her designs, her philosophy, her very essence continue to inspire and captivate the world. The tweed jackets, the little black dresses, the strings of pearls, these are all testaments to the enduring power of her vision. Coco Chanel didn't just create clothes, she created a style, an attitude, a way of life. Coco Chanel was a cultural icon, a symbol of female empowerment and timeless elegance. Well, darlings, there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating and often surprising life of Coco Chanel. From her humble beginnings to her reign as the Queen of Fashion, Coco's story is one of ambition, talent, and more than a few scandals. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these intriguing facts about Coco Chanel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fun and interesting videos. Until next time, stay curious, stay stylish, and remember, in the words of the great Coco Chanel herself, fashion fades, only style remains the same.